Hi guys, it's Baldrick here, and in today's episode I would like to talk about the hardcore mode in Call of Duty. The gameplay you are seeing is some hardcore COD4 gameplay, so I do end up doing okay. This is sort of a comeback match over here, then I move it on to another match where I did a lot better, but overall I think it's good gameplay. Anyway, COD4 is awesome for hardcore, so that's why I'm playing it. But when it comes to hardcore overall for Call of Duty, there's many different problems that are facing it. Well, firstly, a lot of the guns just become way too overpowered in hardcore. You've got the people using the crappier guns, like I'm using the MP5K, and it just doesn't nearly get any advantage at all. And another problem is that some of the other assault rifles can just pick people right across the map with one shot. Same with a Desert Eagle, that is ridiculous. A pistol should not be able to one-shot someone across the map. And I don't know what they did, but this also applies to a lot of other CODs, whereas when you're playing hardcore, say in Black Ops 2, and you use the FAL, it's just overpowered again. They need to do something. They need to put a bit of a range drop off for some of the assault rifles, because it does get a bit ridiculous with how powerful some of these guns are. And same with pistols, they're a bit overpowered as well. Well, only one particular pistol in COD 4, but they need to work on how the range works with their guns, because their guns seem to have a very far damage drop off, especially in the older CODs. But I personally find hardcore better in the older Call of Duties, and I find that the newer ones, they're more leaning towards more normal game modes that are just normal, no hardcore. Because I find that the veterans usually are playing the older Call of Duties and they prefer the hardcore mode, whereas all the newer players are playing the newer ones and they prefer the normal mode. So that's my theory on why it's less popular with new Call of Duties. But obviously you're still going to find the select few who still play it. But if you're on PC and you try and find a hardcore match on Black Ops 2, you're not going to find one. If you try and find one on COD 4, you're going to find one. If you try and find one on COD 5, they're like the only options available. And Modern Warfare 2, it sort of starts getting into normal game mode. So it's very interesting to see how this is played out, and I personally think this is because of the guns and how overpowered they get, and how frustrating it is to get killed by a pistol across the map, or how frustrating it is with a guy with an LMG just sitting and just one-shotting everyone or two-shotting everyone. It's ridiculous. Even leg shots can not leg shots, but it's pretty ridiculous how some of these guns function in hardcore. So I think that's what's really putting people off. But is it fun to play? Hardcore, I personally don't find too fun to play unless there's a lot of people on the server. But if there's too many people on the server, then it gets a bit too chaotic, especially if it's a small map. And it stops becoming tactical hardcore. It just sort of becomes spray and pray. Whoever gets their first bullet on the person wins the game, and that's really about it. So it's very disappointing to see that Call of Duty is sort of done this, because you don't really expect to be, I guess, killed so quickly, and especially if you've got the first shot on someone and it's an underpowered gun and they just one-shot you with a Desert Eagle. Anyway, that is just about my thoughts on hardcore in Call of Duty. I really hope you enjoyed this. Do you guys enjoy hardcore? Because I know I sometimes do, and if I'm playing COD 4, that's really the only choice I have, but what can you do? I don't mind hardcore too much. As you can see there, all I'm really doing is just hip firing or just aiming down sight, so it gets pretty chaotic. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this. See you later, have a nice day.